Well, from record storm surge to catastrophic flooding in all of our coastal counties this morning, people in Hillsborough County are trying to pick up the pieces. It's going to be a long road.
It is. 10 Tampa Bay's Jenny Dean is on Davis Island for us this morning. Jenny, you were one of the first to get over there yesterday. You got to see so much of that damage, but a lot of cleanup with so many painful stories coming out of the island there.
Yeah, there's so many painful stories. You know, you mentioned the catastrophic flooding, the storm surge. Well, add to that fires. This home behind me, this is a particularly sad story here out on Davis Islands, because as that storm surge started to come in, it flooded the bridges to Davis Island. You couldn't even get out here. Emergency crews couldn't get out here. They knew this could happen. That's why it wasn't an evacuation zone. But the sad story here is there was an electric vehicle plugged in to the garage in this home, and the home caught fire, and it was burning, and there was no one that could come out to even fight the flames. People, neighbors, just had to watch this home burn to the ground. Now, they do believe that it could have been started by the electric vehicle. Of course, that still has to be determined, but there have been several fires as a result of the flooding from this storm that were believed to be started by electric vehicles or scooters or golf carts that had those lithium-ion batteries that met up with salt water, and that is not a good mix, and it can cause some smoldering till eventually it causes flames, and then your home or your car can catch fire. There was another instance here on Davis Islands where a car just went up in flames. It was out in front of the home. Thankfully, it did not damage the home. There was a home in Shore Acres where it is suspected the same thing happened, and there are going to be several more reports of this. This was something that our Chief Financial Officer, Jimmy Petronas, who's also the State Fire Marshal, was warning us of the night before the storm. He was going around telling people, remember, don't park your electric vehicles in your garage. Get them away from your home. If you are concerned about flooding, try to get them above to higher water, because we've seen this in past hurricanes, after Idalia, after Ian, a number of fires that were started by electric vehicles. And so many homes out here not only have electric vehicles, but electric golf carts, there's scooters, there's e-bikes, so any number of things that can cause these fires. And it's just something that, another thing that people are going to have to think about in the future when a hurricane or a storm is threatening or flooding is threatening, because you need to make sure you get those vehicles, those things up to higher ground. And of course, you know, this home, a total loss, but so many other people. I think my colleague Eric Glasser explained it best last night when he said it kind of looks like a garage sale as you were driving around yesterday. Everybody has so much of their furniture outside on Davis Islands because this whole island took in water. Every home touched that was at ground level with some sort of flooding. So it's a lot of cleanup that's going to happen today, but we saw a lot of good spirits and a lot of goodwill as people came together to really help out each other and help these businesses and try to get back to normal as quickly as possible. Live in Tampa, Jenny Dean, 10 Tampa Bay.